Hey guys, welcome back. Heather Connor, your real estate agent in Crested Butte, Colorado, and your host here on The Good Life Show. We're going to pick up the topic of decoding email deliverability. And this time we're going to focus on good practices for email content. All right, so let's talk about optimizing email content. And the areas that we're going to focus is how to send a clean DOW, mind your words, make sure you're avoiding too many links, and then we're going to discuss the decoding email deliverability handbook again. All right, before we talked about deal of the week, part of email sprinkler, which should be a core part of your email strategy to your database. However, one of the largest triggers, which is large sums of money, they're a big spam trigger word, so free, guaranteed, large sums of money. They often show up in our emails as real estate agents when we show a new listing, when we show a price reduction, and then as well when we send our deal of the week. So what I did and how to handle this was really simple. I basically took the list price and instead of just writing it all the way out where it says, for example, 1,450,000 to show that it was 1.45 million, I actually just abbreviated it to 1.45 mm. Interestingly enough, that removed the issue and it no longer was triggering that spam alert. Now, for those of you that are sending properties that are more like 300,000, 500,000, anything that's under a million, really simple, just use K. So if it's 750,000, put in 750K and that will remove that issue for you. All right, let's talk about what we mean by mind your words. Imagine writing this email that you're sending to your client database as if you were writing it to a good and professional friend. You wouldn't use all caps, you wouldn't use all exclamation points all over the place, and you would probably just double check your spelling and your grammar. This is good practice for when you send an email to your client database as well. Next, you want to avoid too many links in your email. Now, I know that I'm going to get a ton of pushback on this because the first thing that I see when I think about too many links, too many images, too many things that tend to really remove your ability to be in the main inbox is your fancy newsletter. And that is because your fancy newsletter, which looks beautiful, it's amazing. It took you a long time to create it and you put a lot of thought into it every week or every month. It probably has multiple images and it probably has excessive links. I used to have one that I built out in BombBomb. I took a ton of time making it look really aesthetically beautiful. And then I had an assistant that would spend a lot of time. So it was like a labor of love. And she would put it together and we would send it out every month. I didn't realize that it was actually a spam trap and I was reducing my ability to get into my client's inbox. Often what I find when I receive these from my friends that are real estate agents or run other businesses and they have a newsletter, I find that they go into the promotions box in my Gmail account. And I just want to remind you that the promotions box is the same as the spam box to me. It's not the main inbox. And you want to be in the main inbox. So what you want to do is you want to minimize call to actions that require hyperlinks in the end of your email. You can add more hyperlinks once you get your reputation score up and it increases. So for those of you that do like to have offerings after your email signature, I would suggest adding that as a later strategy, but first focus on getting your reputation score up and then adding some of the links back in later. All right. So I hope this was helpful, you guys. If you have additional information, feel free to email us vip@realgoodlife.co, and we can go ahead and send you that decoding email deliverability ebook. And it'll include all of these aspects that I mentioned that'll be really helpful for you. If you're anything like me, I just get overwhelmed with all the aspects of real estate. And sometimes I do forget the basics and things that should seem logical and straightforward. And sometimes we just need a reminder. So I hope that was helpful. If you have any questions, please send me a comment in the comment below. If you would like access to our email deliverability handbook, there is a link in the show notes, and all you need to do is complete that quick form, and so that we know where to send it to, and we'll email it right over to you. And as always, Thank you for joining. And if you are looking for more high-level strategies on how to run your real estate business, here are some additional videos that might be helpful for you.